last we left off, I do what I've always dreaded. Although I used to feel no sympathy. Oh, I've been doing things as well, guys. Uh, Sympathy. Now that I'm here, things have changed, but not enough. The chapter has to be stopped at all cost. So, as much as it hurts, I have to take my brethren down with my new abilities and with my friends. And given what I've just consumed, it's not as much of a task for me as it is for them. I don't know how much farther we can go, but I'll do what I can on my end. After trying to talk some of them down to no avail, we take out all of them but one. And with Kai removing their mask, I see that it's Nikita. And I hesitate, as I thought I probably would when the time came. But so far, so good. We don't kill her. We put her away for now, with a special lock made by Phoenix. And with Zeph watching her, we can continue on. After finding some more items that are useful, we continue down to the final corridor. And I see my other half. I still don't know what to believe, but I'm giving people a chance today. So we'll see where that goes. For now, he fights with us, and we fight as one. And hopefully we can put this all to bed and end this nightmare.
Okay, thank you. As you know, we do maximum Inspirato nowadays. And I think you mofos are gonna need it.
Yep.
All right, let's get you guys on the appropriate map. Almost put you on the wrong map again, low. I built a map called The Road. It had all three choices you guys could have chose because I thought you might have split up. So I accidentally almost put you on the road. But somehow you stuck together and got all three packs.
On the road again.
Okay, so you guys are in this room and you've just finished watching Terma and Amrit enter a blood pact. Something that has been in the order for a long time but rarely used. So mainly keep loyalty. But people like Amrit and Terma are different because of their abilities to control their blood flow. And now they're into this pact willingly through the power that they themselves have held. The rest of you still can't move past those barriers without risking your own destruction. But Terma's got a plan, and we can trust him. Severia looks at the rest of you. In all the years I've known Terma, there's a reason why I saved Amrit instead. But if you think this is a wise course of action, you'll have no fight from me. She says that as Amrit and Terma are like starting to make their way back, but just to open up a dialogue if you guys have any opinions you want to share.
I may not trust this Terma, but I do trust Amrit. I will back him in his decision.
That's one thing you should know. Terma and Emerald are clones, as you may have already discovered. But there's one thing that binds them, that makes what you usually expect of them different. They have this kinship, this bond, this desire to work together to succeed, just like you don't want to fail at a task. It's like two separate people, or one person rather, in two different bodies. Each of them want to accomplish their goal.
And so, what makes you so apprehensive about Terma?
Emerald will subconsciously fulfill Terma's desires and Terma his. And whatever conscience is stronger will be the one that is prioritized in the moment. You see, like I was trying to explain, you'll never undertake something that you don't try to succeed at. Emirate's trying to succeed at whatever Terma wants as well because they're the same person. I should know. I wrote the code that made them.
Since you're the mastermind of the code, you didn't put in, a back door.
Unfortunately, no. The development was early. There were lots of experiments. We weren't sure which code was going to work and which wasn't. And it wasn't an exact science either. It was a gamble. But throughout the studies, simple things, Amber and Terma choosing the same toys as children, bonding with the same people until we tore them apart. It was dark, horrible things, I will admit. But eventually I saw what I was doing was wrong and I tried to save Amber. And he found all of you.
Let's say we had to take Terma down for some reason. Since that consciousness is no longer there, would Amrit be free of having to fulfill Terma's desires?
I don't know the exact terms of the contract, but if you render the contract void, the opposite's life is forfeit.
Fuck.
And they're like halfway there, but for dramatic effect, they're just finishing up their pact. So they're not just here yet, but if you get the rest of you have any more questions, Phoenix, Lilith, Reinhold, the Sun, Sora, or thoughts, you can voice them prior to their arrival.
I imagine it quite. I can't think of the word, but story-wise, for Amrit to walk up and Phoenix going, well, fuck.
Okay. So these are our friends. Terma says to you, Amber.
Baby steps.
Sora would actually step up and examine Terma closely, and then smirk and look at Amrut. I told you I got the color down. Too bad we didn't end up using it, though.
Yeah, it was pretty close, actually.
So you, Buster Pink. I've always been meaning to understand something that happened earlier in my adventures with Amrut. For some reason, he shot me with one of his very painful Rhine spheres for no reason. Was that you?
Possibly. My objective at the time was to eliminate Amrut, and the easiest possible route to that was by eliminating his friends.
Wait, what?
My intent wasn't to destroy you all, but I think somehow that spilled over to you, Amrut. I can't explain it. And so Silveria kind of looks at Lilith and Phoenix.
Alright, Amrut, you get off the hook, but Terma, one of these days, you owe me one attack from my family rune and we're even.
I feel like yours is a lot stronger than mine was back then.
Shh.
To be fair to...
Amrut, shh.
Alright.
You really want to wear me down before the fight we have to go into?
I said one day, Terma, not right now.
Optimistic that we'll survive the leader of this organization.
What can I say? It's my never-ending supply of that has kept us going.
Do you know what kind of man it takes to lead thousands of killers on this caliber and never lose his seat or his head?
Someone who is deeply disturbed.
Precisely.
Bingo.
Yeah, Emerald and Terma agree at the same time.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
All right. How do we turn this
Listen.
shit back here off? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go. You got the stage. Go for it.
Yeah, Emerald will just look at Determine now.
He points this way.
All right.
So are y'all gonna start completing each other's sentences now?
No.
Maybe your sandwiches.
What?
No.
When you guys walk into this room, Terma's guard is like all the way up, even though he's been here for a while. So there he is as well. The night machines have fallen. Palm did quite a number on our forces when she broke free.
Yeah. Did you all have to think that was what you had to do with her?
Do what exactly?
Control.
Haven't you realized by now? The organization of Night Chapter is less about its assassins and more about its product. We're moving away from the killing business into the cloning business. What we've gathered from Palm, one of the strongest individuals to ever exist, that could have created the ultimate soldiers. Moreover, we could sell those soldiers to anyone else.
Mm. Well, but it came back to bite you in the ass, though.
Certainly.
The doctor. Is he dead or no?
I'm not sure. His office is right there.
All right, because he's part of this. You surviving is one thing. But he's got to go. Him and Theos.
You see, Sherma clutches his head, and in the similar motion, Amber, you almost feel compelled to do the same, even though your head feels fine. And Sherma says to you, "You can't hear it anymore, can you?"
I'm going to say no. But hear what?
It's been calling to us, beginning of time. Maybe it's been here longer than Elder Irv. Those outsiders from the dark corners of the universe. They hide among the stars. There's a world up there, you know.
What of it?
I'm not certain. But Theos, he knows more than he's let on. That's why he's so interested in metal gods. That's why he's so interested and has the technology to produce these machines. But
Hey, look here. Look here.
uh,
He will like hold him like his head in his hands.
when you're holding him, you can kind of hear the whispers. Tell them what we are. Tell them that we're here. Speak to us. Free us. And you see, you haven't noticed, but Silveria is maybe more of a man than Terma because she's feeling just as much pain, but she's just kind of rubbing her temples and has her eyes closed. And you can sense it's from the pool to the north, this big vat. And it's this brain that looks almost dead, like starts to like gain back some of its color.
Oh, shit. All right. Listen. Just listen to my voice. I said I would try this. I'm trying to make good on my word. Pact or not. Just hold still, all right? Trust me. And he will try to cleanse Terma.
Go for it.
All right.
I will go ahead and sacrifice one of my divine hands to give you a +2.
Oh,
My last one.
you sure?
Yeah. I'm also next to Terma. I'll place my hand on his shoulder.
Okay, so let's see. It's D20 plus my nature or religion.
Or, yeah, if you have a bigger modifier, then double your proficiency.
I might not. Let me check just in case. Nah.
So a d20 plus 10.
Here we go.
18.
Okay. Yeah,
No,
you
no.
see-
I,
go ahead.
I'm a inspo it.
Okay.
I need this to work. Or...
Oh, 28.
When you're cleansing his heart, you get some more of his childhood. You remember your first kill, you took out that old man in his house. But there was a little boy under the bed. That was probably one of your that was you're still too green. Maybe you did it, maybe you didn't. You never confirmed whether you took that boy out. You have memories of it though. Maybe you tried to forget it. But then again, when you think about it, whether your memories at all, this binding the two of you have, it's strange. But that day you left the room and Terma slid in and finished the job. And it's been a similar pattern, a history of Theos monitoring you, wanting you to be the promised child, and you constantly failing him. But for some reason, no matter how bad Terma tried, Theos wouldn't really acknowledge him. But Terma was always there to clean up after you. You almost always got the job done 95%, 90%, 98%. It's just that little bit that Theos was trying to figure out how to complete to make you perfect, which Terma never realized was exactly how much fate and worth Theos put into him. He was only the 8, the 10, the little bit that finished the job, but not the one that you sent in for the job. And Terma looks at you and he's got like this hatred that isn't just from how he was raised, but specifically how he was taught to view you as the better of the two, the more important, the more deserving. You were the spoiled rich kid, even though you had a shitty upbringing, and he was the poor kid that didn't get lunch. And you, as you clench his soul in his heart, you remove a little bit of that hatred, but you can still see that he's just like an ocean of darkness. But for now, you do give him some reprieve from the elder brain whispering in his mind, crucial to the cloning process. What did you do to me?
Sorry, if I knew you would see that shit again, I wouldn't have done it, but I didn't want all this shit in your head. I want you to think for yourself. Whatever you think of me, I want it to be of me, from me. Fair?
Every time I think about you, I just remember the person that didn't know I existed. But the only thing I ever knew was your existence. We were the opposites, yet the same.
And you're the fucker that killed me. Or at least tried. What's happened before, it happened. Might as well move past it. Nothing better to do.
You hear a heart beating, Emrit. It's like when you're in this place, you feel more attuned to everything that you were ever taught. It's subtle, and it's in the room here. There's something alive in there.
You feel that?
I do. What are the rest of you thinking as, Emmert's really maybe getting closer to pull word, but he seems to have a deep rooted care for Terma all of a sudden, even though their whole life they've been adversaries.
Sora, aiding in that cleanse, is just standing by and observing for now. But she wants to try and help Terma too, in a sense. Even though he did hurt Amrut, his intentions did end up getting her hurt, but she sees someone who could use a lot of help right now. And she's wanting to do her best to be there.
How aware is the rest of the party to the Elder Brain up top?
I mean, you guys see it moving. You
I
probably
see.
don't necessarily know it's an active creature, but you can see that this big ass brain is alive. That's for sure. There's also this spiraling energy that re-entered the room, which is extraordinarily obvious.
Um, how well known are these creatures after the war?
Uh, they're not well known at all by the general people, but for someone like you who trained in the Sakura, you'd be well versed in them. You understand that they were the leaders of the invasions, but they were less the fighters and more, well, the brains. As mind flayers were the generals and warriors, the elder brains were handled the entire operation. Probably gave the order to seize the world. To see one down here is phenomenal.
And so, her look of concern turns to a grimace, and she looks to Silveria. Your organization kept one of these things down here. Are you insane?
I'm not so certain we kept it down here, or if it kept us down here. The thing has been playing with our minds since the beginning. It's also why Tremor and Ambert don't remember each other. It's been used to erase people from people's minds. Prolonged exposure. You started to love someone, we erased it. Ambert fell in love about 30 times. Typically, we've seen it happen with different people from other students. But he fell in love with Nikita 30 times we erased his mind. And it's not normal for someone to ever rekindle their thoughts again. That's something special. But I hear that finally something else broke it. Another love. I guess that's the one thing that beats it.
Yeah, the ship sailed. Can we open this thing? Is it locked?
You see that it is locked, but you're still a Night Chapter member and you have a secret code to get in there. It's just emotions on the walls, just like before, with a particular key that Terma tosses you. It takes two people.
Ready?
Nods.
We turn at the same time? Is there?
Yeah, it's at the same time. One of those exaggerated bro claps in order to get through the door. You can see the lab work here. More defeated creatures. In the top left corner, Gearjaw badly injured, but he's got these machine juiced up to him. You can kind of think like Batman and Bane. He's being juiced right now in that corner.
You.
Just a moment, I'm nearly done. Let's not act hasty now.
If I cut this off from you, you die? I hope so. Please tell me that's the truth.
Yeah, just smiles at you. I imagined our reunion would be different. I remember all the nights you cried when I pulled your teeth and forced new ones to grow. Pulled your nails off your fingers. I beat you until you slumbered. Now look at you, the perfect warrior, the perfect life form.
What do you want? Thanks?
I'm due something. People like you die in this world young, so people like me create you.
Enough of this. Amber will raise his hand towards him, and Gearjaw will feel like, if possible, he'll feel his veins, his blood. It stops circulating. Then it starts
Hell,
going in reverse, like going back into the canisters and the tubing.
okay, and you guys see that the green and blue tubes get dirtied into a brown, black reddish stuff plumes into it before the tanks are completely overtaken by like a dark crimson red uh, blood in both of them. My job is done. Perfection.
No, it all ends here, with you.
Terma says to you, did it even feel better for you?
Well, I didn't know what that stuff was gonna do. But a little, sure.
He gave you these powers that we have.
Yeah, and he got to feel those himself. Good for him. We got a match, Torch.
He nods. And he points to Phoenix. I imagine that they're carrying oil, lightable stuff. If you need it, Phoenix probably has it. But you knew that, didn't you?
Oil will work. Unless he needs it for shadow work.
Right, man?
Sorry, player took her headphones off real quick to hear something, so we need something from Phoenix.
Any oil, any matches?
Matches. Oh, we want to burn the place.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I have the right tool for the job. That takes an hour. Trying to think. I have so many kits. I have brewer's supplies, leatherworker tools, poisoner kits, tinker's tools, thieves tools, dungeoneer's pack. I have to have something in here that'll work.
I'm assuming you have oil and matches, even if it's not like listed, just because it's so minor, you might not have it listed.
Yeah. She, with a smile, she will pull out. Yeah, she'll pull out a container and a flint and show you how to use it.
I burned a thing or two before.
We get to get out of here before you light it, right?
That's the hope, yeah. As he starts lighting it up. Although I can't guarantee any of this stuff isn't explosive. But we'll start with the papers.
All right. Yeah, you guys start lighting it up, and Terma says, but some of this information can be good.
Like what?
Look at these books. It details every single current, past, and present assassin born from Night Chapter. Now, of course, I have reasons to use it to study for a new Night Chapter that you promised to me. But also, a lot of these crimes are unsolved. This is evidence for the Elemental Army, for the government, for the kingdoms. A lot of families that don't know what happened to their mothers, brothers, sons, and sisters, and all detailed in these tomes.
Fine. Any potential medicine too.
I'll take the medicine and the books that are pertaining to the individuals that work for Night Chapter out. Feel free to
Yeah.
burn the rest of his lab down.
The spooky shit burns.
Yeah, so he takes everything out and then he can like burn the rest of this bitch down.
And he will toss it onto this desk first.
When you do that, you see this little tiny brain in this jar beginning to freak out. Take me out of the room.
Did you hear that like in his head?
Yeah.
Is there like a Futurama style like nameplate or something?
There's no name on it. You know, they're very secretive here. Save me. My brain is important.
Sure.
Ah,
He'll pick up the jar.
perhaps you've heard of me before.
Emerald, those things need to die.
For once in my life, I agree with Lilith.
He like looks into it. Whose brain are you?
Huh? I could tell you, or you could ask your mom about me. But my brain was taken in the Metal Rain Wars. And my real body was replaced by a clone, but it was earlier in the project, so it's very defective mentally. But at some point, when the heroes sieged the tower, the Mind Flayers swapped me. And I've been in here ever since. I have no knowledge of the world outside. All I know is that I've built horrible things here. Horrible things. But my name was something. Something I can't remember.
Still think I should throw this away, motherfuckers?
Well, you're hearing it in your head. We're not, right?
No.
Engineer.
I think it's just me.
Eugene.
Yeah, I mean, we're not hearing it.
Clam door.
Phoenix
I
don't
feel
need
like
to know this
Phoenix.
shit.
Yeah. To be me personally, I wouldn't want to know this shit.
Nope, I don't want to know this. I know, and Phoenix
I
is
know,
like,
I know.
leave it.
You see him staring at it, but he probably keeps like looking at Peter's like, oh, sweating and shit.
Emerald, leave that thing. No good can come from it.
You sure?
Do I need to go over the last major war that came from these things?
Why are you so fascinated with it anyway?
By the way, Terma's the only other one that knows, but he's not saying nothing. He's just looking at you with like that bruh. He's not saying nothing.
It's like, oh fuck. Fine. As he's telepathically, he reach out to it. Do you remember a kid?
Mhm. I bragged about the many women's and the many mothers, but I died virgin.
Oh, easy enough, and I'll throw it in the fire.
Oh.
On the fire. Yeah, he was swapped out during Metal Rain, so the clone would have conceived or helped conceive Phoenix.
That's not your daddy.
God.
It's still clan door though. What the
But
fuck?
it's also why the modern Clandor has that fuck, I forget what it's called in his
That
brain.
disease.
Yeah, disease in his brain. I know that's like a real world term nowadays.
Dementia.
I'm just worried of what a clone's offspring has to deal with. Oh God.
I can't believe you just did that.
Did what?
I'm
A tumor.
glad he
There we
did.
go. A tumor. I had to look it up. I forgot the fucking word for it. That's why I claimed that as a tumor in his brain, because the cloning process wasn't perfect back then.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hear it one last time as it burns. Engineer.
Oh, fuck me.
This place is fucked.
I know. I know.
Terma looks at you and just says, "This place is so fucked."
Yeah.
So very like side eyes a few of you, but doesn't say anything. She's
So
probably well aware whose brain that was too.
the big brain. What are we doing with it?
Big brain, it minds its business while it's in the vat, which is what the pool of water around it is called. But if we take any actions against it, it will grow hostile. It doesn't have as nearly as much power as it used to, but the effort it would take to destroy the brain is not worth it with Thales on the horizon.
Fine.
Or is that what it wants you to say?
Honestly, Phoenix could be correct. I thought about destroying it many times after I released you because of how dangerous it could be. But every single time, I've convinced myself that it was still important.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering if we take it out, if it'll make our mission to the moon that much easier. I mean,
Well,
do you
Yeah.
guys know what it can do, how it protects itself?
I suppose there's a member in your group who's versed in it well enough. Looks at Lilith. She would have been taught of its prowess, its capabilities, what it can do.
Off the top of my head, I know they have vast telekinetic powers, psionic attacks, and I believe they can mind control.
Yep, you pretty much listed out there the majority of the kit just now.
This is your show, Elmroot. I say we do what you choose to do.
Well, hold on now. Should be a group decision if we take out the brain, so all our lives will be at risk.
And any discussion we have shouldn't be in this room.
There's only one room the brain cannot reach us in, except for the throne room fails. She unlocks his door. Where the children are produced, their minds must be untainted. Their minds must be pure, or they'll most certainly die in the process of the purification, which is already a 95% death rate. And she opens up this room where a long time ago Emerald was dunked, and you guys played kids, and I think only Phoenix made us survive the dunking.
Yeah.
I played a very mean little girl, but she was very endearing.
Phoenix, you hear Terma whispering, and just like looking at the brain. He's just like, yes, yes. And he looks at you, noticing him. He just quietly walks in.
Who you talking to, Terma?
My conscience, I just realized I had one.
She gives him the side eye.
All right, let's think it over one more time then. Now that we're in here. Now, do you think we can reasonably take on both this thing and Theos now?
No. Well, looking at that creature before, Falcon, I mean, did it look healthy?
Healthy enough to defend itself. It's probably not as strong as a full-powered elder brain.
If Theos is even half as strong as we all think he is, even as we are now, it's not going to be easy. Doing anything more than what we absolutely have to is fringing on suicide.
I personally would be satisfied that for our help in taking down the Kingpin, we're allowed access to that thing later on when we feel a little better.
I'm just worried if it has direct contact to the ones on the moon, keeping tabs on us, so to speak.
Nothing we can do.
We've been feeding it all the information we gathered on Elder Earth since it's been here. It might have been in the facility before the facility was even fully built. This place has been extraordinarily accommodating with the technology from the Outlanders, which is what we named them, but everyone has a different name for the invading force.
Yeah, ally would be the last of them.
Maybe we, maybe we should leave it alone. Maybe it could be used for the greater, for a greater cause.
You don't use those things, Terma. They use you. They are masters and gods of manipulation.
Some of us know that with first-hand knowledge.
Terma walks over to Amrit. There's a whole ward of babies to the north. You were a baby in that room. The only one that's ever going to be able to pull the parasite out of them is the elder brain, especially after we kill Theos. We're going to need this thing to stick around for long enough till those children get old enough to have the parasite safely removed, as their bodies are not mature enough yet. We can't damn those children like we were damned.
And you believe this elder brain's the only way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Yes,
all
well,
with the
why
information
would it
here.
even be willing to pull out the parasites from those children?
It's life. We hold it.
I don't think
Do
that's
you?
good enough. Yeah. I'm sure Mother Nature could figure out something, or any other minds, in Icarus or anywhere else. Just all with the assumption that no one wanted this shit fixed. If people do want it fixed, it probably can be. With time.
I just can't help but keep thinking about what Silveria said. And every time she ever even considered trying to destroy it, she got convinced otherwise. Are you two hearing things?
One of us is.
Well, Trimmer has a point. Once Theos is gone, the other brain will be the only way to save those babies. We'll only have to keep it alive for 10, maybe 15 years. Once they're teens, it'll be safer to extract the parasites. Says Silveria.
And the Gimps don't have a way.
Their way is a lot more death than you will want regarding those children. Yes, they have their way, but I'm sure you put one and one together.
I still think Amrit's right. I think we let Mother Nature know what the hell's going on. She and her resources could figure something out.
So then it's decided. The other brain lives for now.
I want to roll insight as Terma says that to see if he seems right of mind, like it's actually his choice he's making.
Sure. I mean, you don't think so. You think that you think him and Amber have the parasites in them still. That's why they're night chapter members and they have night chapter powers. Um, you see that Amrit and Terma, whether it's just because Average is an insanely good role player, they're like they have a very similar train of thought on all this so far, and they've been extremely agreeable. And they are supposed to be the same person. But yeah, you think that Terma is probably being influenced by the Elder Brain, but you also don't think he's lying about if you kill Theos, the Elder Brain's probably the only one that can remove the parasite.
Sora still would point this out. She'd snap her finger, pointing at him. You're being manipulated right now. I can see it.
Who?
Even in this room, you can still hear its thoughts, can't you?
Terma looks at Amrit. Is it you? Has he sunken into your brain?
What? He'll like trying to focus in on him and like reconnect and see if he hears any of what he's hearing.
Since you cleansed him earlier, he's been mostly clean, but you could sense in his blood that the parasites are kind of really active, and then when you try to sense it, you feel your own parasites are very active as well. They're just kind of, if you look at your arm under your armor and stuff, you can see your veins are like engorged and stuff like that. The parasites are at the largest they've ever been. Same thing with severity. You can kind of see, excuse me, around her chest area, lots of like veins. But the rest of you have a lot more clothes on. So if you guys look at her, she looks like a sponge right now.
It's trying to convince you all not to kill it. It's doing everything it can to convince you that it's the only way.
And if it's trying that hard to manipulate you, that means it knows you could take it down.
It's afraid.
Is he going up there?
I want you to really have your freedom. All of you. And while that thing lives, it has control over all three of you, whether you believe it or not.
It's not going anywhere. Mother Nature is more equipped to handle that than us. It's not like it's going to escape.
I have a feeling it's going to escape.
Emerald will turn to Terma to say, "You'll help us take it down or no?"
Of course. So Severius says to you, are we certain we have the resources to defeat that creature?
Depends on him.
Lilith will come up behind Sora and just whisper, "It won't be just the Elder Brain we're fighting. You remember that it can control others. It already has its tendrils in those two."
Some of us will have to keep them busy, and one of us will have to be the one to really take it down.
Is this something you want to stake your life on?
If that thing assumes control over them or find Deus, we all die.
It doesn't have a reason to stop it, but it will fight to the last to preserve its own life.
I just see that's obviously doing this because it's afraid. I can see that there's an opening here, and if we ignore it, it could come back and haunt us.
Just be reminded that things are at their most dangerous when they're cornered. I only worry.
Sora would look to Amrut. How much do you want your freedom? Are you willing to bet your life and all of our lives on it?
Just mine. He'll like look at everyone.
Are
I'm
we sure?
invested. I want that thing dead.
Okay. And we'll turn back to Terma. Can you help us or not? Swear it.
I'm bound to in this moment. Of course, I'll help you. But just consider the parasite's in you still. If you turn on your party, I'll still be helping you. This is a big risk.
Better consent than Theos.
That's true.
Come on.
So very like grabs your wrist. You can't destroy it. You mustn't.
Or what?
And you see her slide back on her mask. Oh, this.
Oh?
Just see her. She just puts back on her the armor that made her famous as the queen. I'll stop you.
Should have cleansed her.
Yeah, wrap up her things.
Solaria, you've gone to this point so many times. So many times you've decided you must die. Now you have people at your side saying the same thing, and you're willing to lose your freedom because it tells you to?
Terma looks at you and says, if it was her choice, she probably wouldn't take this stance. If we kill her now, we kill her as a slave, not as the real Severia, not as a Severia that freed Emerald. Besides, me and Emerald are able to resist it because of our manipulation and blood powers. Severia has no such strength. The parasites can only do so much to us that we can't control ourselves. The rest of the Order are puppets against the Elder Brain. So if Severia is set on fighting us, I am. I won't allow its destruction. And we're gonna have to kill her even though it ain't her. Or otherwise stop her.
Take Terma to the brain.
Terma looks at the party.
You're with us then.
Seems so. Emmerich should be able to take Severia. She's taught him everything he knows. And he's a room master now.
Hey, still watch him. If I falter, so will he.
Terma laughs. If you die, Emmerich, I'll hold your last wish to help you.
Oh. I better die at the right time then.
All right. Let's do this.
She's Severia, just kind of like her and Amber are like dancing in the middle as he's trying to get around him. He's obviously your intent is to stop her, so not to talk about your character, but she's trying to step around you. You know, you're stepping in front of her and stuff. I freed you. I gave you this life. I can take it.
Right.
Oh, look who's trying to escape!
And let's roll initiative. But before
Oh,
that,
right.
let's
Like, oh.
take a 10-minute brain.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. As soon as Terma said it can't escape, it's like it's going to try and escape.
I can't see through the door. Is the elder brain on the move?
Yeah, see, he's fucking trying to
God.
book out of
We'll
there.
roll initiative
He's
in a
mobile.
second, but I'll move you a little bit. So you can see. But I'll roll you guys into
yeah.
initiative. You know what? It's always nice to see initiative while we're on break. You guys can play in order. So I'll roll initiative now, and then we'll go on break.
I was like, these guys are acting way too chill about this thing. Something is up.
So I'm not sure that's part of the DM's plan for tonight, but here we go.
I wasn't sure what you guys are gonna do with the brain. I knew Savaria wouldn't let you destroy it, but here we are. Dude, the initiative's been like very like thematic. I'll say that. Yeah, this is an interesting development for me.
Music uploader account.
Oh, am I signed to that?
No, I thought it was like under me. Like I changed my name to that. I should change my name to that one day.
Why is my music uploader account assigned to you? All right, let me take that off. It's so weird. Yeah, as for its escaping, it's not fast. It's dragging itself. It's extremely slow. The whole time we were talking, it was probably trying to drag itself out of the room. But all right, I will see you guys in 10 brains.
See you. Okay. Immediately, first thing I'm gonna do, just to keep her ass in place, I'll try and lock her down. So I'm gonna need a strength save.
Okay. You like the orders counter because they're all like super dex based characters.
Yeah, this is very cash money for me.
Cash money. She gets a 12.
She's staying right there. Honestly, and while she's staying there, if I can, just to lock her in place, I'll also like push her back as my bonus too, and just keep her back as far away down the hall as I can. Okay, that's another strength save, but
To move her, right?
yep.
Let me do that. Second range. Oof, that time she resists, but I'll say you push her like 10 feet.
Okay. I'm not gonna try and damage her just yet, unless she really starts, getting into my asshole. So we'll push her back a little bit. Don't ask me why I said that. And Amaret will just be like, "Go!"
Excellent. Release me. She's trying, but she's unable to move at the moment. So you're up.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
You don't think it speak, but in your mind, you can hear whispers. It's trying to communicate with you.
Ah, no, get out of my brain. I've had enough people trying to manipulate me in my life. As she jumps off the stairs, going into a roll over here. She whips out her staff and she swings, having it extend outward. Bonus action to get up onto her staff, so she gains that sweet advantage. Then swing.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Let's check. 17 might just do it. Oof, it's not enough. All right, you try to hit it, but you redirect your attack towards an ally in range. I think it might just be Shadow Wolf. Unless
He's
you
just outside my range.
and unfortunately, you find yourself attacking yourself instead.
Oh, Then 13 bludgeoning to myself. Oh, alright, you want to play it that way then. Actually, it would have been a disadvantage at myself. But it would have been flat anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, second swing, attempting to break through.
Same thing. In order to attack it, you got to pass a wisdom save.
Okay.
It's kind of like Sanctuary, but a lot stronger.
I will use an inspo to re-roll it. Alright, 27. Take another 14 to myself.
In the fiction, you see your clones forming up, and they're like beating the snot out of you. You're fighting your clones and shit.
Ah, I can't break through it.
We mustn't destroy it. It's our future. Once I slit Terma's throat, I'll be the leader of Night Chapter. She throws some daggers at you at disadvantage, I imagine. I think she's restrained, right? Average? She's restrained or just grappled?
Oh, what's one?
The queen wants to be the king.
You know, some of these where I forget that there's a difference. Well, this is the same thing, isn't it? Let me go back to the sheet.
Yeah, grappled wouldn't give it disadvantage. Restrained would. Oh, so it's just a movement reducer, which I guess it makes sense. You're not physically binding them. Well, let's see here. So yeah, so her attacks would actually be regular, but at least not at an advantage. She throws two daggers at you. All right, a 17 and a 16.
17. I don't think that'll hit us.
You can sit in your perma haste or no?
Yep, that's I got 20 now. Yeah.
Yeah, 20. Okay. So yeah, in the fiction, though, maybe she's not able to really throw them because you have her like blood bended, so she half-asses them into the rocks next to you, trying to move. You mustn't destroy our future. Now, remember, you guys chose this fight, so I'm sorry what's about to happen.
Oh.
It moves 5 feet and ends its turn. All right, Terma's up. So what's the plan?
We need to get through that strange barrier because we can't keep just making these mental attacks and not being able to connect because we're gonna kill each other.
Can you throw that thing like Amrit can?
If Amrit can do it, I can do it better.
Prove it.
Literally not true anymore.
Yeah, it's not true. All right, let's see what we got here. He puts his hands together and he's going to use his blood curse binding, forcing a strange save on the elder brain. But any type of act against it forces that wisdom save, unfortunately.
So not just attacks, okay.
Not just attacks. Let's see here. Where's Turner's wisdom? Here we go. 16 is not going to cut it. So he starts looking around the room. The random in his range, which I believe is 30 feet. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Emmer counts as him, so he's exempt from it, and Silverius through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A D5. Low. Top down, left, right. Reinhold, probably the best. No, absolutely the best for a strength saving throw. Oh, jinxed you. Jinxed you again. Your speed is reduced to 0, and you can't take any reactions until the end of your next turn. You can't move the next turn. That's bad. You see, Terma's like trying to like release it on you, but he's unable to. He has to pull through with the action. Also, there's no early end condition on it. Doesn't look like.
He's also hasted if he wants to do something else.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Terma's-
Terma's master. That's true. Yeah.
Fatal haste with the rib.
No,
I don't think any of it was those extra levels.
I never put Emirates master on Terma's. I needed to do that. I forgot to do that. But yeah, that means he does have 20 AC instead of 18 in the hasted attack. He will make an attack. Which also means his movement speed is doubled at all times, so he could actually get right up on it, which he's going to try to do.
Yeah. He's a great ally. And only an ally.
Yeah. Sorry, Reinhold. It looks like I've got you bound. And he runs over to the creature, jumps up with his scimitar, his anti-matter dagger, and his scimitar attacks. Automatically, he's only attacking with one of those. I need a wisdom saving throw. Luckily, he's not close enough to hit anybody if he fails. What he does, he's going to stab himself, but a 16 misses him, so he goes for himself, but he grabs it with both his hands. No! Reinhold, you're up. Yep. It'd be one of your attacks. If you do that in athletic, check. See if you can force it for yourself. And athletics check on the railing. You put yourself right up to it. You mean acrobatics says with 0 movement means you can't move, so you might just fall prone on the ground on the other side of the rail. Got it. With 0 movement, yeah, we could assume you don't have much access to your body in general. So yeah, you hit the rail, you successfully throw yourself over the railing, but since you're pretty much paralyzed and unable to move, you can't stick the landing. You just kind of drop and slam to the ground. There's no fall damage or anything. Yeah, it's just a 5-foot drop. So. Checking out the structures of the walls. Sure, why not? If it's gonna be your bonus action, not your action, then you gotta be at least skilled in it. Are you skilled in perception or investigation? Sure, go ahead. You think the facility's it's survived metal rain. It's pretty old, but it's sturdy. It'd be tough for the other brain to break through it, and it'll probably take us some time. But you also think that the tokens, our bodies aren't 5 foot wide. So even though he's big, he's probably only taking up about 15 feet instead of 25.
I don't know that Fairy Fire is going to be much use here since we've got to pass freaking wisdom saves to land anything anyway. So Phoenix is going to activate the hyperdrive on Shadow Wolf, which is just basically heroism to try to keep him up. And he is going to move in, but he is going to do his howl to give, well, 30 feet. Hang on, gotta make sure he's within 30 feet. You can't move through there. Yeah. So he will do the howl to give all allies within 30 feet advantage on the next attack they perform. And that is EOT.
Lilith.
Alrighty then. Alright. Let's go ahead. Lilith will unravel her thorn whip from her arms before it protrudes its thorns. And she's going to try to make an attack. I need to do a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, if you take an offense.
Are you fucking kidding me? I got one more, my last inspo. Come on. Don't fuck me like this.
It's not enough.
Wonderful.
Mm.
Whatever, game. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so... let's see here. Oh well, sucked on my attack anyway, so I guess unless anyone can potentially get hit with an 11.
No.
Alright.
A random mouse that's in here. Fuck off!
So I guess that'll be it. We'll just complete movement over here.
This is me.
Yep.
Abracadabra. Emmerich will. I'm gonna lock her in place again. She ain't moving. Unless she rolls an 18.
Okay. And the other brain's taking legendary to do a 5-foot movement. That is its speed if you guys haven't figured that much out. So it ain't getting anywhere too fast. But you still have Severia in your hold.
Okay. And then I'll dodge. If she's gonna keep throwing shit at me, I might as well.
Good idea. You don't want her to potentially be able to plot the sneak somehow. So.
Yeah.
So round 2, the other brain outsmarted you the first time by making you think you were attacking it. That's what's typically happening. It's less like it's using psionics to physically move your attacks, and more that it's making you thinking that you are fulfilling your achievement until after you realize the result.
Well, unfortunately, unlike the Umbra Hulks, I can't just turn my brain off. As much as I'd love a way to have something, I just have to try and fight through this wisdom save. So let's see.
Aura, Terma says to you,
What?
That sounds real weird, but I can hear it literally crying in my head, begging us to leave it alone.
Well, that's too damn bad. Wisdom save.
Also, in the future, I know Shade switched it up, but you should state your course of action, then to save, so that you're not determining weaker or stronger stuff after you realize you succeeded or not.
Oh,
I know
sorry.
it's probably
I
not
didn't
the
get
example,
Well,
but
no,
yeah,
but
I
I said she was doing a thorn whip.
no, but I'm just in general, like, he just saved and didn't say anything yet, for example. So I just want to make sure the order is correct in general.
Oh, my mistake. Okay. I was making an attack roll. And let's see. And I wanted it to give me a strength saving throw. It can do it at advantage.
Okay. What's it? Is that instead of damage or
There's damage too.
16? Okay. Alrighty. So you smack this thing with your empowered trike, and it does fail its strength save. It actually had a +5, but it doesn't have proficiency in it, just load roll.
Yeah, it gets sent 20 feet and gets knocked prone.
It's like, thanks! Knock it towards the exit. It's moving 5 feet around. Unfortunately, it cannot be knocked prone, but does it do additional damage or something? Or?
No, just flings it a bit.
As you knocked it down the hallway, you can see that you actually severely injured it with that.
It's not indestructible. Terma, the traps. Do you think they'll work?
He looked at you and goes, "Only one way to find out."
I'll try it again. She'll move up.
You sound stupid right now, he says to the brain. No, they're not going to try the trap out first. The brain wants you to try the trap out first.
Oh. Well, now I'm not going to do that. Wait, what that's what make... Oh, I'm so confused.
Might be reverse psychology, Sora.
She's going to try hitting it again. Well, it's going to miss, but wisdom to see if she redirects it at somebody. She wouldn't have. Yes. Damn you. She'll pogo hop her way over here for cover. And that'll be it.
Okay. So Varia is going to... after the save, I don't think we get another chance. They can't like come in action to break free or anything like that. It's just to the end of the turn, right?
That is correct.
Alright, so she's gonna just throw 2 attacks at you at disadvantage. The Blood Curse. The Sulu. Alright. So gonna toss 2 of these at you guys. A 26 will connect at disadvantage, and a 14 will miss.
Okay.
Yeah, she rolled pretty high. She rolled an 18 with 17 on the die. She got a +9. But she does not have sneak, so it's just 9 piercing. If she did, it'd be another 26. So she clips you with a little bit. Your grip is weakening. I will save the brain, just like I saved you.
Yeah, just goes to his shoulder. He goes, but hold strong.
The elder brain moves towards those purple lights. With by dashing with its whole action for 10 feet.
Ah, so that's where I was trying to go.
I don't know if it's registered as a member or not, but it's been here longer than the rest of us. Do you want me to throw it into the lights or not?
No, throw it back in here with us.
Are you sure? The Terma looks at who he thinks is the smartest in the group. Phoenix, this scene might be playing us for a fool.
Get its butt back in here.
All right. He puts his hands together and he does like this really cool sign. I didn't even know I could do this. Thanks, Emery. And he grabs him with the blood. He tries to yank him. Oh, yeah, it's not going to pass. He pulls him back this way. And then with his other
You ain't going nowhere. We got you here for 5 minutes.
5 minutes of playtime. All right, wisdom save. Oh, that I gotta throw my dagger at somebody in range. So it's 25 for dagger disadvantage. So he won't target people after 25. So it might just be Reinhold. Yeah, Reinhold and Sora. Okay. Wait, why did I actually have this sheet? I'm back in there, boys. 24 against the 2 against Sensora, a ranged attack.
It would be a disadvantage because I'm on my staff.
So actually it's a 15 against you.
That misses.
Sorry.
It's okay. I know what's happening. I won't hold it against you yet.
I'm not even sure it took control of me.
Oh.
No, it did. But he's being honest when he says he's not sure. Yeah. So you're free now. That is the DC. Yep.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you guys are off by 1 twice, I think.
God damn it.
Yep. So it doesn't have like really high AC. You think 19 was way more than you even needed. Yeah, don't bother on the save. Phoenix. Yeah, one more time.
Woohoo! Shadow Wolf.
Oh, that's actually important. Lilith, we need one more roll from you too. Your check would have been advantage. Oh, yeah, 25 obviously hits. Could a 16 have hit anybody in the party or not?
Negative.
Ma.
So you would have came a lot closer this time, Lilith, when you would have regained your consciousness, just barely grazing one of the characters almost. And actually, I'm assuming, yeah. I think Terma's dagger would have hit Sora then.
Why is that?
Would he have gotten the howl? Would you have included him? I'm assuming you're giving him all the benefits too.
Yeah, he would have, so it would have been a flat roll though, because Sensora has something to make it disadvantage, so.
Now, I will point out that just means Sensora you could just catch it.
Yep. I will use my reaction. Oh, yeah.
He's used to it. It's okay.
Yeah, we don't need catch it. I did,
He's expecting this.
I only did 7 on my throwing daggers. So you assume you catch it pretty easy. I just want to make sure logistically we're doing everything right. So he throws it at you. You're able to catch it. It does eat up your reaction, but it doesn't really matter too much.
Okay, Phoenix is gonna fly into the room. And hopefully she actually hits her target and not anybody else. So she's going to light the crossbow at the Elder Brain. But I will make the wisdom save. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, if you miss it, we don't need it. Alright, go ahead and roll.
Oh, actually, I'm included in that advantage on my next attack that Shadow Wolf did last time. So one more roll.
19, yeah.
Okay, so wisdom save to see.
I mean, oh my god.
Woohoo! I was worried. I only have one.
Oh my god, that's what he was smart. Yeah.
Okay, so a whopping 8. She gets 2 shots as her action, but do I need a new wisdom save for the other attack?
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right, try again. Not enough, I imagine.
18 is the DC. We got pretty much everyone in the room could be your subject to your attack.
So I need to roll a d5.
Oh my god, Ryan.
Right, I'm so sorry.
He just throws his hair back and looks at you. Oh, thank
I
God.
think a 14 misses. Goes whizzing right by your ear to where you can hear it howl. I'm so sorry. I need to fix the sighting on this thing. Roll a d5 to see if Shadow Wolf gets his howl back. Or, I'm sorry, it should have been a d6, but we'll say no. So then he will go on up and help. The really sad thing is that Shadow Wolf has better wisdom than Phoenix does.
That's a wise machine.
I know, right? He is going to try to do his multi-attack against the Elder Brain.
Wow, metal rain versus metal rain.
God damn. You weren't
He
kidding.
rolled good.
Yeah, 18 is a good too, so you're good.
Iron Fang one would hit.
Well, 13 hits him.
Oh, cool. And then he also has 1 steel claw. Oh, wait a minute. It's supposed to be 1 bite, 2 claws. My bad. So
You need a second wisdom save. Alright,
That
so
one
one of us
has too
get hit by
much.
that.
either Terma or something.
You guys are messing this thing up, though, even if it's taking some time. By the way, I haven't been turning gauges, but you guys can tell that its defenses are so weak. It has an AC of 12, but more importantly, earlier Phoenix was like, it 8 damage, but Phoenix did 24 damage to it. So you guys can work out how much damage this thing's taking.
Unfortunately, Terma's going to be taking a little bit of Iron Fang.
Well, I think, is it the same damage roll as your claws, or?
No, I think the claws might be.
The claws is different. Claws is 1d8 plus 5.
Yeah, so just roll me claws with Demage. Hopefully it's last. There we go. Oh, that's such a great gift. You need a good gift for your Fang.
I know. I had some and they got broken, but
Terma screams. The Metal Rain individuals are working together. You gotta take them down.
Phoenix, don't you freaking dare even think about it. Okay, last thing.
I'm not even sure why.
I'm sorry, last claw.
One more wisdom.
Wisdom save.
God dang. 33 damage.
I don't think a machine can pant, but your teeth.
Releases steam from its mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that idea. From his nostrils growling at the Elder Brain.
yeah, we'll just go for that thorn whip once again. Thank you. I give up.
Their game is like, fuck.
Alright, I'm gonna go cry in the corner.
I wish I didn't tell you the AC. I know that probably hurt more.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good thing when I said 12 guys, I swear. All right, Amber, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna push her back some more.
You're gonna push in that water. 5% chance.
That's not a bad idea. Well, it is, but I might do it. We'll see. Stay tuned. That's a bonus pusher. I would like to keep my last one of those blood curses for Theos probably, so I won't do it again to keep her in place. I'm gonna just get up here. I'll chase if she jukes me, I guess. Yeah. Oh, did she go away? Oh.
So her mask falls off and you're like forcefully moving her back. And she tells you, it's fine, Emery. Release me.
Insight check.
Sure.
I believe her. But I don't release her. We'll wait till that thing's dead.
Fine.
Alright. Sora sees that sticking up much of this doorway, and she realizes of a certain technique she can do here that'll be quite helpful. She'll use her bonus action to go into wisp form and kind of do a zip on through here. Kind of stuck between a couple of rune warriors, aren't you? You big squiggly. And she's not going to finish whatever she's saying. She's going to make an attack.
It's censored.
And then wisdom save. Alright.
About herself.
Yeah, I positioned myself so I didn't hurt anyone. So unfortunately, do damage to myself. Ow!
Well, it would be a flat roll against yourself, right? So it'd be 12.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks for catching that. Then normal attack roll. Swing. Wisdom save. Oh my god. Ow. Alright, I have had it up to here with your hijinks. Flurry of blows. Wisdom save. Ow. Ow.
Just beat the shit out of yourself.
I am. I'm doing too much damage to myself. Wisdom save. I miss myself. Ah, you gotta be kidding me.
I think you did like 50 damage to yourself in this fight, maybe more.
Yeah.
God damn, that's crazy. So Varia doesn't attack you, Emmerich. She just stays calm. She goes, it's either too far or too hurt to continue controlling you. Certainly you can tell. You see the veins in her chest are gone. And her face. If you wish to hold me for a little longer, I understand. But all the things that it made me say were not me. Just remember that. The other brain is looking desperate. You see its body begin to glow. It musters up the last little bit of psionic energy it has and begins to lift up everyone next to it. I need a strength saving throw from everybody within 30 feet of it. I think Lowe's out of the range. Let me check. It might just be literally the people next to it. Yep.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Shadow Wolf is going to use his defense protocol, or sorry, his defiant to reroll that.
Okay. Oh, Terma. I'm waiting for fucking Amaret, and I'm Terma. Fuck me. All right. Oof. Terma's not trained boy either. He gets a 5. His weakness. All right. So those of you who failed are getting shunted back 30 feet away from the Elder Brain. Welcome. Go ahead.
What was the save number?
18, 18.
Okay. How far back did you say?
30 feet. And you guys are taking some Psychonte damage, but luckily I don't think Shadow can take Psychic. I don't remember if he takes Psychic. Or is that just Shenken models? Let's see.
He is immune to psychic.
Okay, so he just gets tossed back and prone, but he doesn't take any damage. But the rest of you take 22 Psychic.
Yeah, Wisp, I think, let me double check Wisp form. I think gives me some resistance. So I actually get 12, I think, or 11.
Did you calculate that for all the times you punch yourself in the face?
I did not.
So go ahead and do math homework. And you gotta,
Oh no.
Yeah, this is a net positive at least.
Well, I wouldn't say net positive, but less negative.
Yeah, well, from the negative, he's healing, that's for sure.
And then minus 12 or 11. All right, we're good.
All right, so 22 psychic damage. Terma failed as well. We'll lose the rest of his 10, that's why he's so green. 8 minus 12, 22. Okay. There we go. Math is hard. And it is going to move 5 feet because it's all it can do. Absolutely. Smack. Nice. So you just get that natural 20 on your strength saving throw, right? Your whip goes crazy and wraps around this entire thing. Throw this motherfucker anywhere you want on this map as you just let loose, because that will be 21 damage will be enough to kill it. Is that? Oh, the column here. Hits it, boom, crushes down, rubble falls onto it. And this fight is over.
It got quiet.
That wasn't that hard.
See? The only one who suffered the most was me through that decision. Ow. Ow. Ow.
I have one more of Amrit's healing concoctions if you want it.
If you don't need it, I would appreciate it.
She will pass you the bottle. It is a greater.
Yeah, I think I made a macro for this. Because I was joking that his potions are possibly poisonous.
Yeah, I got one last one of the enhanced ones as well, so roll it twice.
Right. I am feeling back up to strength already.
Please
Do
try
we
to
need
think
to?
through your actions a little more. I can't mend many more of your wounds.
It had to go. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't disagree. But your tactics, you need to think more.
It's what I was doing, though. I was thinking too hard.
Eldorith is better now. Better off, anyway. How you doing in there, Amrit?
We're fine. I didn't touch a hair on her head, really.
Well, the brain's kaput.
Great. Hold on. He like grabs the knife in his shoulder, like pulls it out. Ah. All right. Actually, hey, do we need to break that mask of yours, or was that just like a symbolism kind of thing?
More importantly, how are the three of you feeling?
Better.
That wasn't really affecting me that much in the first place.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was affecting me either. I was just. Never mind.
Yeah, whatever. It's dead now, so we should be good. And now, whatever shit it was doing to you guys, it won't do with us in there, which is good.
That is good. She walks to the middle of the room. That creature has erased your mind many times, Amrit and Terma. So maybe you forgot where Theos' office is. That time and history is very important to Theos. She points out this like clock thing. Kneels down and she touches the ground and she moves around some of the loose tiles on the floor like she's playing a little Rubik's Cube game. They looked pretty mundane and crappy, but this shit.
That we knew that.
She walks over. This is the stairs to your destiny, Amrit. But I won't be joining you down there.
Why?
After you defected, earlier Phoenix asked me if there was protocols used to prevent measures like that happening again. That's been taken against me and Terma. But you and Terma are different. Your ability to control your blood and the parasite is evident in what just occurred. I'll be 10 times as strong in Theos' presence. And I was holding back a lot, even though it looked like I lost control. And they can't afford to lose a person in this next fight. 2 people at that if I join you.
You're saying even with that thing dead, you could still be controlled?
That thing created the stuff that was used to control us. Theos still has the ability to control us. Theos is a Thrall. He's a child of a mind flayer. He won't be able to control you and Terma, maybe Terma. But because of your manipulation of blood, you'll probably be freed. But I don't have such powers. If I go down there with you, I have one less person in the fight and one more enemy. You deal with Theos, and I'm truly free.
All right, fine. You got us far enough.
Sorry. If I'm being honest, I didn't even think we'd get this far. But it's the ugly truth. And I'm happy I could help in some way. I'll tell you what. I'll go make sure Nikita's secure. This level is dealt with anyways. Good luck down there.
Phoenix would like to
What's-
insight check that.
What's wrong?
Sure.
That's sort of fine to me.
Suspicious. You definitely think it's strange, but you can't pinpoint anything in particular.
She should be good. That lock of mine is special. She's just looking at her real closely. She didn't. God, did she give the password to Silveria? I don't think she did. I think she gave it to Amrit, Lilith, and Sora.
I may be a bad lighter, but I don't give out information willy-nilly.
Oh no, I was just trying to recall if
She actually gave her the
has-
password, yeah.
Yeah, if I gave her the password so that she would have access to let Nikita
Okay.
out. I don't think she did.
Just your main concern is if Amrit knows, Terma knows. So if did Terma tell her or not is the bigger question.
God damn it.
Oh fuck. Oh well.
Well,
I mean, you told her not to go. She goes, well, if there's any doubt, I suppose I'll stay here. But let's be honest, if you walk down those stairs, I could just walk up the other ones. So you're gonna have to trust me on this one.
Well, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, regardless if I trust you or not. So I wish you the best.
I'm willing to come down those stairs with you. I'm just not willing for the result to happen.
Oh no, you don't need to come with us. It's just I don't think you need to go visit Nikita. She should be fine.
She says, fair enough. There is an entire ward of children to the north of here. I'll tend to them instead.
Much better idea. All
Come
right.
back, you gotta fight an army of babies. No, imagine.
oh,
Or
mean-
darker yet, maybe she takes care of the problem.
Anakin style.
Yeah. So I won't tell you exactly the context, but I uploaded these because I needed them for the Castlevania game. So I got babies.
No,
yeah, that was
God.
yeah.
I got babies.
Master Civilian, there's too many of them. What do we do? All right.
all right, shall we begin?
I mean, looks like you're going down there. Yeah.
I'm standing on the top. I'm watching all you go down.
Oh, you're something to jump. Are you good? What? You're like yellow.
No.
I mean, I have more potions.
I'm in a safe spot despite how it looks. Yes, I beat the shit out of myself en route.
What?
That thing made me hit myself over and over again. And I don't know if you've taken a punch from me, but I freaking hurt.
No, that's not funny at all. Let's go.
Oh, thanks, Ryan. I will definitely enjoy the black eyes that I have given myself because of that now. Shush, 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 shush. It's a good thing you're pretty.
Good luck down there, Emery.
What? Where are you going?
Just starts walking down fine.
He's already adopted your sense of humor already.
Yeah, I'm not liking that.
Oh, I can't wait till we drop them both off in a bar and see who's the bigger Riz Lord.
The bigger what?
Real men wear pink.
Yes, I too can't wait to see which one is better at rizzing.
Get down the fucking stairs.
So you guys, sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. She was just gonna say, I bet she could make money off of booking it. Sorry, go ahead.
Good Lord. What have I done? kind of map and changing you guys. Right now my brain is loading for some reason. Here we
Because
go.
we got the other one.
Yeah, you got my other brain.
I hope we go to the accidentally go to the epilogue map.
Well,
You did it. You completed the campaign.
you know. Well, I suppose.
Thank you for playing my game.
You know. Anyways, you guys walk down these stairs, right? And you enter a room, a broken down door, boxes, shattered skeletons, an anvil, even a portal. As you come down these stairs, you have this odd feeling of this place. And then you hear in your mind, Thales, you've been here before. Hundreds of times, thousands of times, even once without me. Mothmorn's a special place, a place where Zion's flame flourishes. The only place, save for another, that can get you here. I've foreshadowed this moment. I've shown it to you. Find me. It is time I put an end to you and your petty friends.
All right. Let's end this shit. You know, throughout this campaign, I always thought he would sound like Bane for some reason, like Dark Knight Bane.
For the sake of my throat.
Is this a gateway?
Sure. Yep. Cool, it's a +2 shield. And a total of +4, because the shield is normally 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you pick it up and you can see that it has the symbol of Armada on it.
Is this a gateway right here, by the way?
And absolutely, some type of portal. When you look into it, you can see a long staircase where there's blossoms and a statue just sits there.
That's odd.
I can show you what you see real quick. Give me a second.
Of course.
This is the statue you see. Bada bing, bada boom, motherfuckers.
Oh no. Oh no.
I haven't loaded in yet. Is it the soul leveling statue? I hope it is.
It's not this place.
Fill me in.
That's pretty close to the joke. Wow.
That's where anti-zombie.
I know it was average.
Sora looks to Lilith. That is where we've had a survival experience against Alpha Zion.
What, is he there or what?
It's the gateway to that place.
Yeah,
Why?
You haven't realized it yet, Emmerich, from our shared memories. You've been through here before. Where we stand right now, you were nearly killed by that lion as it pursued you. In these very halls, these very doors. This is where the children of Zion were. And this is where Theos has been operating out of. It's no coincidence the statue of the Destroyer is in Theos' workspace.
Is there any way we can disrupt this portal? Destroy it?
Wait, and you're saying this is why? You remember it's like the abyssal that he had read and translated there. To, I think they were like on the walls.
Yeah.
That's where I knew that language.
All along, yes. Theos is working for the Destroyer. The metal gods are his tool to undo Zion's work. The Destroyer has always been here, reflected by the invaders. He has tried to destroy Zion's world once. Theos will see that he succeeds. You keep waiting for the prophecy to be fulfilled, but it's already occurred and failed once. It's all coming back together. The end of Elder Earth. Night chapter is the last remnant of the Mind Flayers. That's why you saw the Elder Brain upstairs. That's why you see the technology and the cloning. That's why Theos can speak to us in his mind. They are the destroyers. And these are the halls they've built. These are the halls they secured. How better to disrespect Zion than to make a base around where his home was?
It's an affront to life itself.
He nods. This is the place. Forget about the world, Amarin. Right here is our final fight. Out there, sure, we'll have to deal with some of the Mouthers, some of the darkness, clean it up when it's done if we survive. This is it. The Metal God, their design. You didn't think anything of it, huh?
No, I thought we were more small potatoes in the grand scheme of things.
Fails. How he walks, how he talks, how he operates. Yeah, you think about Theos. The red armor, the white face mask. He's always represented the above.
Whoa!
Do you remember I visited you in Icarus? Of course you do. Where I nearly killed you?
No, not at all.
Why do you think I was there? I loosened Clamdor's trap just enough to feed into Phoenix's mind. One of Theos' lackeys, one of his old gods that were captured. That's why I was in Icarus that day, not to kill you. That was just an extra reward. I was there to make sure Clamdor's defenses could not contain the mental assault that would fall onto Phoenix. And in her frail state, she completed its release. No offense.
She will just flip him off.
Wait, is that why you and Nikita killed me in the first place? So he could heal me while you're busy doing whatever the fuck?
It's true. Nikita didn't know.
So you had a hand in taking my family from me.
I did. But understand this. I was a puppet to Theos' will, just as much as Phoenix was to the Metal God that day.
I'm done talking about the past. What are we gonna do to put a stop to this now?
Yeah, it sounds like we have to do more than just kill this guy, right? We break something,
What
burn
about
something
this
down.
portal? can this be disrupted?
Possibly, but I don't know if it'll be disrupted forever. This is Zion's home. A lot of stuff here is broken and shattered.
So we just kill him and hope no one else has a brighter idea?
He's the last member of Night Chapter besides me and you, Amaret and Severia. Theo's hand has been in this since day one. Palm was the distraction. Of course, he didn't plan for her. That was just a happy accident.
Sora's gonna look amongst Phoenix and Amru. It could be similar to when we closed the Gito gates together.
Phoenix, who was kneeling down, getting ready to tinker on Shadow Wolf while we were talking. Sora got her attention and she listens and she nods. Let's do it.
Same as before, as in the past, where the three of them closed the gates. She would put her hand on. She would grab hands with Amru, and then with Lilith. Join hands, everyone. Focus on your rune, and reach forward. For thoughts to close. What?
Emerald will clear throat, like look to Terma to do the same thing.
Amaret. He puts his hand out to you and grabs Reinhold's hand. Come on, Amaret.
All right. Just like old times. Everyone focus.
There's only one here that's strong enough to destroy these portals. I think you all know who it is. You destroyed the first one.
Phoenix just gives him a side eye. We're stronger together.
That thing you do with the cleanse.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking to me.
No, I was talking to Phoenix. But it's an example. We need to be able to funnel our powers into her. Because these were made by the Shadow Rune Greater 12s. So the Shadow Rune you can close them the easiest.
You can do this, Phoenix.
Yeah, mechanically it was just an example like how you guys work together on the cleanse. You guys work together for Phoenix on the portal closing.
Right. She, while everybody else is kind of making like a crescent, she will stand in front of them, feeling their support behind her and giving them a focus between them and to the gate. I don't remember what I have to roll.
It's a battle of your mind, your body, and your soul. It's 3 different saving throws. And the last one didn't go through, but it was in.
Okay.
Not sure where it went because I typed it.
Come on, Constitution.
Well,
Come on.
you have a +1 from all your allies involved, except for Shadow Wolf. That's cheating. He's not a real person.
Okay, so +4.
Whoa!
5.
5. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Terma counts.
I'm not used to Terma.
So it's a 15?
Okay, 15. Let's see the whole challenge, and then I'll give you the result.
Right.
I mean, the question is, do we want to? before
I'll
we
give
do
it
the
inspo for that first one.
Yeah, that's always a good question too. So reroll the con save,
Okay.
getting inspo for it.
Thank you very much.
That's a 30 because you guys have a +5, and then the second one's a 15. So the second one's a 20 with +5. If you guys are comfortable with that one, we can go to the final one, which is her best skill, the intelligence.
Yeah, I think we're good.
God damn.
You feel the runes collect into your body as the astral space and the stars were cultivated by the shadow rune users, the first ones, and you can feel their spirits now more than ever. And as you feel them, their energy kind of devolves into you, or and you can now describe kind of like a phoenix rising or super powerful moment where darkness completely takes hold. But it's not the kind of darkness that's usually held with a negative annotation, but a positive, using darkness to destroy darkness. How does that look for you as you get supercharged?
You know how black light still illuminates even though it's dark? I feel that's like what this is. And her tattoos glow, and you have to want to see it. But if you want to see it, it's clear as day and they're intricate. And just she glows as if it was bioluminescence, um, hovering above, and there's a calmness and a peacefulness, like nocturnal creatures enjoy the evening, they're at home in it. The day is what's scary, but there's just such comfort, and it just sweeps over you as if you're looking up at the stars. The amount of light that's coming off of her, it's just beautiful in a weird sort of way you wouldn't think it would be.
And when you set in this beautiful abyss, this nothingness that represents everything, the shadows, the gateways to light and death, grow faint. You can see your old master nodding, acknowledging that you're finally stronger than him. You're everything he wanted you to become. And there's another behind him, looking at you. She has a smile on her face. You've never really met them. You've seen them in passing once. In that room with 12 chairs. The one who invented the Shadow Room, that became the Shadow Room, Mystique. And she looks at you. And it's kind of funny, I never thought of this, but like your hair is kind of like her whole body and outfit kind of cut into your hair. And I want to apologize because, I got fucked on. I really wish I could show you her full art. It's so cool, but I couldn't find it again.
Ah.
Fucking Roll20's update or Discord's update. But it was so beautiful. I promise you it was more than just boobs. All right. You see Mystique, and she tells you, Phoenix, you've come a long way in your journey. You've shown the world that shadow is not only darkness, that shadow is not only death. It's life, it is growth, it is purpose, and it serves to show that not all things that cannot be seen are ugly. And for that I thank you, Phoenix. Walk with me. There's much to see and only so little time to show you.
My friends, they can't go on without me. They need me.
I know. And that is why this walk is more important than anything else. If not for you, then for them.
She will go. And I didn't want to interrupt you, but at first when she saw Mistafar, a sad smile came over her face. But as Mystique is talking to her, Phoenix will go.
Okay. Come on. So as you guys are walking through this world between worlds kind of place, through the abyss, as she puts it. You realize that you're actually among the stars, and the stairway that you're walking on is lit up by the stars. Stars get their light from the darkness, absorbing the energies around them. They become something opposite of what we expect from the traditional light. It's the absence of space that gives them their glow, the absence of existence that ignites them. And as she takes you, she points to something in the world, the tiny little dot, and then it zooms in really close. Prison planet. That is where
That,
you wish to go.
it is. I, yes, I have to right the wrong that I unleashed on Icarus, but there's my blood there.
Do not fear. I do not show you this for action right now. But you can fuel the arcane vessel to get you there, using the Starway's power, using my power, your power.
I thank you for that information. I haven't had too much time to look at the plans, but yeah, I'll definitely go that direction.
Your destiny can only be measured by your choices. Your future is limitless. This walk that we've taken has expanded your body, your mind, your strength. And that is why it was necessary. That is why we have taken it. Return to your friends, Phoenix, and you will feel a change in yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Uh, and when you turn around, she's gone, and you're back in this room, and you have completed a long rest.
Ho, 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 ho.
Time works differently among the stars, especially the verse you take you to. That walk was long enough for you to get a long rest, but you didn't realize it. And here you were only gone. Well, you weren't gone at all. They just saw your amazing things. At this point in time, you guys would see that she absorbed all that darkness and turned off the portal. And once she returns, her wounds, her energy, everything just is so vivid. You've never seen her glow brighter before, even though you just saw that explosion of light and darkness. As she lands, it's almost a new person, at least mechanically speaking. But you guys have not had a chance to congratulate this feat you just saw. So on top of seeing her close the portal and instantly return to yours, it doesn't look like she left. How are you guys initially responding before you get the information Phoenix gives you?
Um, Sora is just holding her hands upward, just patiently waiting, one just to support her in this moment. And she's smiling just ear to ear. Because she always knew Phoenix was special. She doesn't need proof or great feats to say otherwise. So if anything, this is just confirmation that Phoenix is the most special best friend in the world.
Did you guys see her? She was gorgeous.
Hmm? I
Who?
mean, yeah,
See
you're
who
gorgeous.
wins.
No, I mean, yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. You guys did it, and she like points to the portal and obviously does not see Mystique anymore and looks back. Huh. Well, I guess you're just gonna have to take my word for it.
Sure.
She showed me the planet, Lilith. She gave me information on how to get there. We're gonna get there.
We are.
And who showed you this?
Mystique.
And
Look, you're absolutely well versed in them. Sakura would have taught you all about the Greater 12 in your time. She's saying that she met with the Night Mother. That's what most people know her by in this world. Mystique is her real name, and Phoenix definitely knows it. But when she says Mystique, it probably takes you a moment to realize because you're used to the more formal titles like Mother Nature instead of Sakura. So you would think Night Mother. She would joke about the other mother in the world being the Night Mother. She watches during the day when the sun is highest, and the Night Mother during the darkness. Uh, but if she were to see her, I'm not sure you know if that's possible because the Night Mother has been dead for a long time and has been her body is turned into the Shadow Room.
you met with the Night Mother.
Yeah, she took me for a stroll amongst the stars. It was so gorgeous out there.
How was that even possible?
I I don't know, but like I feel like I have 12 cups of coffee in me right now. I'm ready to go.
Yes, I found it.
And she just kneels down a little
Put
bit.
it up.
You constantly amaze me, Phoenix.
She shrugs her shoulders. That headpiece is God, so good.
Huh? I believe you, but someday soon I suppose I will get to meet them too. Just not today.
No, she sent me back. We got this.
At that point when you say she sent me back, that's when you realize like oh, you're fucking strong. Like holy shit, all of your prowess are back, all your might, all your magic. You feel good.
She's hovering a little bit higher than she usually does. And she'll point to the watch on her wrist. What are we standing around for?
All right.
Yeah, let's book it.
I mean, I can't because I leave all of you behind.
Phoenix, you could have just as easily seen the other Shadow Rune, which was Anorak, so that's good.
Oh God.
There's the Greater 12, each two represents one of the runes.
Yeah, that would have been a bad day.
Yeah. Yeah, Rhino, you may not be versed with the gods, but they're well versed with you. So I'm sorry, that's something some bullshit religious zealot would say or something. But
God
yeah,
knows you.
yeah, God knows you. You may not know him, but he knows you. Anyways, yeah, I mean, you look around in here, you know, with your exhaustion and stuff, it's kind of harder to have any form of keen sense at all. But you know, you're walking on sacred grounds. This is where the 12 were taught. You guys came here in the past. Well, Reinhold didn't, unfortunately. Neither did Lilith. But they ate at this table. This was actually the room where Zion's plan the plan to betray Zion happened. If you guys remember,
Mm-hmm.
and you know it's sad. I'm sad Shade missed out on that portion of the campaign. But you guys were here when you saw the flashback to the plotting. We could never betray Zion. Or could we? And stuff like that. Zion sat in his chair. Back then, the world was simple. It was just them. And you remember in the room just left of here was the drawing room where people would draw a polar bear and it would start to exist in the world. Decided how many days there were in the week, how long the sun was in the sky. This foundation was where the world, our existence, was carved. And now it's just been held captive by Night Chapter and disrespected and used by the Destroyer, whose only purpose is to undo Zion's work. One creates, the other can only destroy. And as you guys sit into this room, you hear Emerald. Emerald, you ever saw Phantom Menace?
Yes.
Noise.
When I was 4.
Bitch, no, you're in your mind. You've come all this way just to die. Theos like steps out from behind this pillar.
Oh, oops, never mind.
And he looks at you, Amrit, from across the room, and Thermal pulls out his blades. You've one last chance to join me. Become the destroyer you always meant to be. Zion hates creatures like you. And in turn, we hate him.
I only hate one person in this room.
Terma looks and goes, "You're not talking about me, right?"
No.
You think you're clever, getting close enough to try to manipulate my blood. You even think like me.
Oh, I was gonna get a little more personal than that, actually.
Sure. But these are my halls. Where I walk, where I go is my choice. You're not safe here. You lose visibility of him for a second. And you see him right next to Lilith and Phoenix. He's leaning against the wall. Didn't say anything, he just looks at you all.
Are you trying to intimidate us?
We've seen uglier.
If I took off this mask, you'd be surprised who you see.
Just another man with delusions of grandeur.
Maybe. Or maybe you'd see someone you know. Someone you've known for a long, long time. Someone you've trusted. Someone you thought died. Someone who's in your party for longer than you can remember. A veteran. A warrior. A sacrifice.
What are you talking about?
You don't know just how much information I've gathered on you. How long I've been among you. All that I've seen and experienced. Do you?
Some mental mind games you got going on.
The way you fight. The way you love. The way you think. Can't you feel it? My name's at the tip of each of your tongues. Surely you thought, if I could make a dozen Amrits, if I could clone, there'd be more than one of me. The difference is they didn't have the powers over blood They could not sense and feed and understand my presence. All they could do was live among you and tell me all I needed to succeed, to untangle the mysteries of your group so that I could bind them.
Is this all going somewhere or what?
As far as you want it to go, or as little. All this to say I'm one of you.
Then who are you really, Theos?
Don't you know? And he takes his mask off. I'm their friend. And as he begins to show you his face, you get about like 1/4 of it, and the session ends.